Hey guys, welcome to another fun and exciting Iron Mike GT7 stream. Welcome back to a new season, Exhibition Round, Season 4, at Brands Hatch. I think it was 2 times fuel and 5 times tyre wear, I believe, with medium and soft tyres available and required, so have to pit and put the medium or soft on. I'm starting from the back. I had very little practice on this with this new car, which is the Audi RS5 DTM 2019, I think. Very little practice, so I'm starting from the back. Guy on my left in the white car, Linsco. Oh, I think he sees a bit of an issue up front, moves over and bang. This is probably race 5 of the day. I've missed the first 4 at work, so very little practice, turning up late, not even knowing what lap to pit, what my strategy is. I start fidgeting around with the adjustments, you know, the brake balance. At some point, I don't even think I've done it yet, I'm still at brake balance of 0. So a few people have gone off, as you could see. I think there were 13 players in this, but someone dropped, I can't remember who it was, someone dropped out even before the warm-up started. So starting in 12th, I'm now up into, 9th place at the moment, just trying to settle down. For some reason, and that very little practice, this car actually felt quite nice, but I've been watching people like do lobbies on YouTube and just seeing the car just behaving very bit unsettled. So as a security, I put on the active stability management and the counter steer on strong, and then traction control 1, I think. And at a certain point I put it to 2, I think, as the mediums begin to wear. I don't know if I'm going to hang around for the whole race. Did have a bit of a good battle with I've forgotten the guy's name in P8. Seemed to be quite respectful, and the guy in front of me, Ottomers or whatever his name is, he too as well, he's on softs, his tyres wear out. I think he has a bit of an issue. I think he just stays off the track, he doesn't just roughly re-enter. So the 2 guys in front, just watched him when I interact with them. They're actually quite respectful, and I almost tempted to message them, say I acknowledge that you kept out of the way and thank you very much. Respect to those 2 guys, the 2 guys in front that are battling at the moment. So again, very little practice, didn't have a strategy, just winging it basically. And in the middle of the race, I'm not that excited at this race. It's not my favourite track. For me, it lacks a bit of character. It's just straight corner, straight corner, straight corner. It just gets a little bit monotonous. There is DRS on this car. I do use it occasionally, but not all the time. I really would like to maybe go to that Special X track and do a test run with DRS activated and with it not, so you can see it just flashing red there a bit. But I'm not seeing a huge gain out of it, so I'm occasionally using it. Maybe because while I'm racing, I know I'm recording this. I didn't want people to think, did you realise there was DRS, you never used it? Yeah, I did. I just didn't see the benefit, like I said. Now the tyres, the brake balance, I don't know if I've already done it or I do it soon. As I'm settling down, I then start thinking, oh that's right. In that short period where I was doing practice laps, I did it with brake balance in the middle on 0, +5 at the front, and -5 at the back, just to look at tyre wear, but also lap times. And I didn't refer back to it, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm pretty sure it was 5 at the back. I'm pretty sure. Who knows? Again, I'm sort of winging it. And so far so good. It's like, oh, okay, I'm in 10th. And so I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was at Linsco quits. So there was 13. We started with 12, and now that Linsco was dropped out, so now we're down to 11. So I'm up to 10th, but I'm still second last. And I'm a bit nervous about catching up with these guys. After a while I see, oh, there's a number of cars up ahead, and I was a bit apprehensive, that's the word, on catching up, because the idea of overtaking, I'm not driving confidently at the moment. I didn't really want to catch up. I was hoping that I'd start getting yellow flags up ahead, people going off. For me it's a little bit unstable, and I've got traction control 1 or 2, canister and ASM on. Like, even there it's like, oof. And if I didn't have it on, I'd just feel like I'd just spin off the track. So starting on mediums, and again I'm trying to work out what lap should I pit. So I thought maybe if I go 13 laps on medium, which is a lot, and 10 on soft. I think initially I was thinking doing more on soft, but I was then looking at my tyres as the race was going on, and I'm thinking, oh, my mediums are wearing quite a bit. Imagine if I was on softs, that'd be even worse. It's heaps of fuel, so I've got to remind myself, don't. So here it is. Here's this first guy. Not sure if it's right here or soon. I think it's around here. So he's gone off track. His tyres are dirty, and they're still dirty. So off he goes again. And I'm now moving. He's coming in, but then I see him sort of move out the way. And when I looked at the replay, you could actually see, he's trying to pull in to make the corner, and then he straightens up a touch. So seems like a clean driver. My concern with that situation is, if he's in front of me, in theory he's faster than me. He's just had a bit of an issue. That doesn't mean I'm now faster than him. He's still faster than me. I'm expecting him to start catching up, and I'm trying to tie it up. I think at a certain point he does get a bit close, and I thought, please, like now on this straight, I'll let you go if you get past me, but just gets the wiggles every once in a while, and slowly starts dropping back. So it's now P9 now, and just trying to move forward now to the other guy, Ottomers or whatever his name is. I keep forgetting it. There's a lot of people in this race. I just don't know who they are. I don't think there's anyone in this race who I'm familiar with, which is slightly refreshing to race against different people, but also, like, where is everyone else? Are they moving ahead and I'm dropping behind, or are they not racing at all? What's going on? And I just again, the concept of starting at the back, it's my comfort zone, but also I kind of had a feeling that there would be a lot of chaos, and people would be going off track, and as long as I could be stable, then I would be okay. But you know, hopping in on race number 5 of the day, a lot of people have cleaned up their act. They've learnt a bit. They've improved their strategy. So I'm a little bit behind the 8 ball. I do like to get in on race number 1 with a solid strategy, and I don't have to worry about trying to get to the front on lap 1. It's whenever it happens. I actually, at a certain point, I do go off track momentarily on the softs after a pit. Don't know why. Maybe I just took a corner a little bit too casually. But it's maybe somewhere around here I'm thinking, oh, I'm doing alright, and I'm staying on track. You know, staying on track is good. And then I feel like I blew it a bit. So PA, I'm slowly catching him. I think it's this next straight is where I would really use the DRS. Obviously I'm not using it at the moment. Maybe I'm just testing if I'm in someone's slipstream or near it, can I keep with them? Is it necessary? I just didn't feel like it was. To me, that DRS should only be available when you're within 1 second of a car, a bit like Formula 1. So here's the other example, I think. Yeah, he goes off track again. He could have swung in, but he just stayed out, and for the car behind. So good on that guy as well. These two guys I'm racing with seem reliable and clean. New liveries as well, guys. I threw a quick one together for this Audi. So my approach to doing liveries is I will, for example, Toyota, I'll grab a standard Group 3 or 4 Toyota car, go to the livery section, and then look at other cars similar at their liveries that have been uploaded, and I'll go through the whole list, and whether or not I can edit it or share it or not. If there's a livery I like, I will then purchase it, and if I can't adjust it, I will then just go to preview and just take photos of it, each, you know, the side, the front, the top, the back, take heaps of photographs, and then start from scratch and like copy it and keep going back to the picture, putting on the style. So this car is very similar. It's quite basic, but it's very similar. I've just photographed someone's car, thought that looks alright. I'll snapshot it and duplicate it. And so if there's a style I like, then I'll apply it to all my Toyotas. Another style slightly different for the Nissans and BMWs and Fords and so forth. Try and keep a common theme within the same manufacturer. It's a bit of pressure from behind at the moment. Getting back to the race. So again, gauging on the tyres, I'm on mediums and they're starting to wear, and maybe around now I'm just feeling it a bit. My lap time's quite consistent, 120s, not the best but consistent, and still I was unsure, like maybe if I pit now, but again I'm looking at tyres and thinking, well, if that's mediums, how much they've worn, how much will softs wear, and I'm feeling these tyres getting a bit slidey now, and I was concerned if I pit a bit early, my softs are gonna sort of behave in the same manner and I'm gonna be struggling, and I didn't want to struggle. This is quite a fast flowing track, so I didn't want tyres that were going to misbehave, so I would continue on. And then I thought lap 13, if I complete that, then I've got 10 laps remaining and things are going okay, so I thought I'm going to push my luck and do one more lap. So on the mediums I did 14 laps. So this Martin guy, he's been in the pits and he's come out, and I thought, I'm pretty sure he's on, I couldn't remember, even now, didn't know if he put softs on or he's got mediums, and I had a gut feeling it was on mediums, because he looks like he's struggling a bit, like he's not used to it, but you can see over time he's just pulling away. I don't know if it's because I'm not putting my revs up high enough. Nearly halfway through the race, and want to be chewing down that fuel. See, Willie, I think you missed P6. I think you missed it. He just screws up. He's started the race on softs, and then he pits and puts softs on again. So I can only assume this is his first race, and he didn't know how to put mediums on. So at the end of the race, I think he's in front of me, and when I cross the line, I've actually moved up a position. Momentarily I see his name with a red time, so I can only assume that's a 1 minute penalty for Willie in P6. Huge mistake. Just trying to keep a rhythm going. And even the pits, I hadn't practiced the pits, you know, the 3-second penalty. So I thought, again, that's something else that I'm just going to have to wing it and throw the car in. I must admit, when I was doing that practice, I actually thought the car actually feels quite nice. It kind of looks like a Group 2 car, it feels like a Group 2 car to me. Let's see, oh, there, getting a little bit toey on the tyres now. Still doing about the minute 20s. And just holding that around the 4-second mark to the guy behind. So yeah, I thought I'm just going to push one more lap as insurance on the softs. I just thought, don't bin it. I knew I was sort of pushing my luck here. So you see I'm using the DRS, and while I'm doing that I'd be looking at the split time. Am I catching up? Maybe, if not, it's probably because they're using it as well. Oh, here we go, pitting in. That just looks a bit slow. Yeah, I was surprised that usually I take my time picking the tyres and the fuel and bang, we're in. It was quite a quick pit stop. So, 6 seconds in front of P9, and Herbie wasn't too far away from him, but I had to pit, so 11 seconds, and that's what I was focusing on. I thought, right, let's start getting that down, and it did start to drop, but then I just drifted off track a bit. I don't know if it's on this lap. It's on this corner here. Just took the corner a touch casually, so it must maybe the next lap. And my head just dropped in disappointment for a split second. And I think from memory, I think it's Moo Snuckle. I think at a certain point he, I don't know if he's pitted yet, but at a certain point he quit, so then we're down to 9. Put me officially at second to last on track. And then P1 begins to lap the final position, which is P9. There was only a few laps left, and I thought, I do not want to get lapped. Yeah, here we go. So I've just put it off the track, and luckily nothing too bad happened, but dropped my head in shame there. And the split time that I was bringing down on Herbie, it's just gone back up to around 13, I think. I was hoping these softs would have me catching him up pretty quick. Yeah, so Moo Snuckle, yeah, pulls in the pits, mediums to soft, and I'm thinking, well, that's a bit weird. I must admit, I'm just glad I've got free track. I'm not driving side by side with someone. I don't think I'd be able to handle it. Yes, 6 laps remaining, and not a lot is going on. And I must admit, even as I'm driving home from work, there was a little bit of me thinking, just don't do it. You know, it's not a track I hate. I can do it. Just it bores me to tears a bit. I guess ultimately it was because I like entering a race with a strategy, with confidence. Didn't have that here. But sometimes races that you never forget about come out of nowhere, you know, and yeah, you never know. So I thought I'd hop on. I do have a second account, and I didn't even try. And yeah, didn't give this a second go at all. And just another thing, I must admit, I got a bit disappointed when we've just had that update, the 1.31 update. Everyone's talking about it, and you know, what's going to be in new tracks or new cars. And I'm thinking, right, we've just finished a season, which was an exhibition round. So traditionally, there's a week or two break, and then maybe there's an update, and then they'll also present the new season. And I'm expecting like 8 weeks worth, and here we are with another 3-week exhibition round. And I just thought, really? And also the starting times. I've mentioned starting times before. It's not all about me, I get that, when I say it doesn't suit me. But I just think, I'm in Western Australia, and I'm pretty sure Western Australian time is the same as Japan. So Polyphony have decided that this race starts at 9 o'clock in the morning. And I just think that's very odd. You know, starting at 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon is quite late for people in New Zealand, for example, at the other end of the spectrum. So I'm sort of thinking like there should be a middle ground somewhere. 9 o'clock in the morning is quite early. Even if I didn't have work on Saturday and I was available, I might even have a tiny sleep in. So I would have preferred 2 hours a bit later. That's just me, I guess. So final laps. Lap 21. Holding P8. I'm pretty sure. So I remember looking at the P9 guy, the guardsman or whatever his name is. I think it was about 6 seconds behind me, and then he dropped back a bit. And I realised that, I think he's being lapped by the leader, who is, I'm 1 minute and 6, I think it is, or 1 minute and 9 behind the leader. So I thought he's about 10-15 seconds behind me. Surely he's not going to catch me before the end of the race, and yeah, I was determined not to let it happen. Not that it would make any difference, but if this race could really get any worse for me, is to be lapped. And I did mention Willie, who is in P5 at the moment. Don't know where Willie started, but he's P5. That's pretty good. And I'm in P8, and yeah, you'll see right at the end, Willie has a 1 minute penalty, and I jump a position. Oh, final lap. God. So I was hoping the guy who quit at the very beginning of the race, I was hoping that his points would count still. So out of 13 cars, you know, not 12. I do like to try and finish within the top 50%, which to achieve that in theory would be to hit P6. So P5, Willie, he's just finished across the finish line now, and I'm just focusing on the track. I wasn't looking at anyone's positions. So Herbie is P5 now. Willie has dropped to 7th. He's paying that 1 minute penalty. So coming home in 8th, and then I see I'm in 7th. So starting 12th and finishing 7th, that's up, or starting 11th, I guess, up 4 places. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for putting yourself through that. I hope you enjoyed it, and looking forward to seeing your streams, and see you in the next one. Bye for now.